Hi Marcy folks, this is Elina. You know, as an artist, a researcher, and entrepreneur, I have been thinking that I do too much for years. And therefore, I'm exhausted, like all the time. And if you are feeling something similar, or if you have been thinking that maybe you are tired because you're constantly doing too much, this video might be interesting for you. In this case, keep watching. But please don't forget to hit thumbs up first in order to help the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. So back to the subject. This year has been, however, quite different, not in terms of how much I've been doing, but in terms of the ways I think now. I have been analyzing my entire life, the career, the profession, the state of mind, the state of health, and just a general attitude and how I approach my things, my tasks that I gotta do. And you know, all these things made me come to a conclusion that there is actually another end of the hallway. That I have been feeling exhausted for so many years, not because I do too much, not just because I do too much, but also because I was neglecting certain minor health issues that altogether made me feel depleted, and I disregarded them because I thought that there was nothing really significant. So I thought that they didn't matter, and I just kept going and went on. I am pretty sure that each and every one of you, unless you're like just born and haven't lived much yet, and you have like the perfect body state. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure that nearly every single person on the planet of a certain age, of a mature age, has certain health, minor health issues, let's say, that we just often don't really bother to think about because it's nothing major and we just can go on, right? If you are not like this, if your state of health is completely perfect and you never complain, you have nothing really negative going on, please comment below. I would love to see if there are really people like this out there in the world. In my opinion, having a bunch of minor issues is actually worse than having something major and substantial, because we would take care if it's something really serious. We would actually pay attention to that and do certain things or not do certain things in order to prevent it from developing and stuff like that. But when we have minor things, we don't really usually take care of them because we don't have time or we don't have energy or whatever. It's just not our priority in most of the cases. But altogether, they can actually accumulate if there is a lot, and they can be kind of dragging behind you. And that's what happened to me. So all these things were not really letting me go on as I wanted to. I mean, with the pace I wanted to, with the energy I wanted to, and like, yeah, it might seem like I've been doing a lot of things, and I have, but I've been doing them while being in this kind of sleepy bubble, always wanting to go to sleep, always being exhausted, and like, I got tired of this, and there was no way I could, you know, just cancel all my things and just relax and stuff, and plus I find it boring. But I started thinking, how else can I approach this issue to tackle this situation and to kind of untie this knot that has been really dragging behind me, you know? So by minor issues, I mean the issues that don't really bother you that much. If it's just like one thing, you can live with it. You don't really have to fix whatever that is. You can, you know, you can just hang and there won't be any problem. But with age, there are more of them, and they kind of accumulate. So they kind of get together and line up. And here's what I did. I sat down and made a list of everything. Like literally every single physical thing I want to fix about my life, my body, my state of health. And also I added the amount of time. For how long has each single thing been bothering me? So you probably won't believe me, but I went on and recently I've fixed 2 things that were my like major oldest things. They were 18 and 19 years old, apparently. So I have been living with something that was not good for 19 years. Please don't be like me. Don't take that long to fix your health issues, okay? I don't mean that that was something easy to do. No, it wasn't. But I was pretty determined because I wanted to improve the quality of my living so badly that I actually signed up for these changes that are like, I mean, you can regard them as quite major. Depends on how you look at it. I mean, I could live with them, but like the change to make was quite a big one, you know what I mean? So I realized that the first step towards getting something done, improving something about your life, I don't know, career, family, profession, whatever, without being exhausted, is actually analyze every single physical thing, issue about your physical state of being, about your health. If the tasks you have to do are absolutely necessary for you to do, try to look at that other end of the problem. What is there? What is your lifestyle like? Maybe your general state of being needs to be reviewed and updated if you like. What exactly do you need for this? Do you need time? Do you need money? Do you need discipline, perhaps? Determination, perhaps? So be honest with yourself. Even if these things seem to be kind of small and insignificant, but you know that they're gonna make your life better, go for it, because it's gonna be worth it. You'll have more strength and energy afterwards to dedicate towards your tasks, towards your career, towards your personal life, family life, whatever it is, the time you spend with friends even. Because if you spend the time with your friends and you feel like you just want to lay down and fall asleep, it's not really quality time. And if you spend your entire life in this kind of a state, when you're working, even when you're relaxing, you feel like you're tired to relax. Like, probably I'm not making much sense for those of you who have not experienced that, but for those of you who have, you know what I'm talking about. It's like even if you go to sleep, you kind of don't want to sleep because you feel like you're going to miss something important. You want to go do something. But if you are going to do something, you end up being so drained. And this is like a closed loop here. And fixing health issues is not going to only improve your physical state of being, but also the psychological aspect. Because all this bunch of problems, even if they are small problems, but there is a whole bouquet, it's like a bunch of small rocks that's, put together. Have you ever collected the stones at the seashore? You think, I'll just get one. We do that, especially as children. Like, I'll just get one, that's such a pretty one. Then, oh, that's another one that's so nice looking. And then, like, I would always end up just bringing boxes and bags of heavy stones whenever I was at the seashore, because I loved them all and they all seem so beautiful and they're small, but then in the end they weigh a lot. So it's the same thing. It's just dragging you down. It is on your shoulders. Small things, but when there is a bunch, it can be bigger than one really substantial problem. Of course, I'm not saying now that one has to take all the possible tasks at work and stuff. Of course, learn to delegate. Of course, learn to say no to the opportunities that don't feel 100% right. I was a person applying to every single like whatever application I could find to fill out, I would do that. And I feel like I spent so much time filling out applications for, I don't know, grants, residency programs, competitions when I used to compete, whatever, exhibitions. Just if there is an application and a deadline, I would not miss it for anything. Like, I was crazy. Now I really weigh every single option. If there is something interesting, whether it's really right for me. So that's also important. Just, cutting down where you can. But this video is not really about that. It's not about delegating and optimizing and all that stuff, because we all know it by now. And like, maybe I'll make another video about that. But yeah, my point today is don't ignore your body, don't ignore your health, even if it's something insignificant, can still be bothering you so many years later. And sometimes we don't even know we have health issues because we don't think about them. We don't even regard them as health issues. I thought I was a pretty healthy person and stuff, but then I realized that something is wrong. Why am I always exhausted? So I started looking into every small detail, and I thought, oh my god, I have a whole list. And yeah, generally I am a healthy person. When I was filling out a list to take, I think I did a blood test, and I was filling out this list, like, do you have this, do you have that, do you have that? And yes, I put no for almost everything, I think. And I realized that yeah, I'm not like a sick person, I'm quite a healthy person, thankfully. But there are still these things. That's why we don't think of ourselves in people in my situation, in a similar situation. We don't think that we have a problem because we're generally healthy. But these issues, they're hidden. So yeah, don't ignore how you physically feel. If you feel tired this year, then it might be these 5 years, then it's a decade. And then I realized for me, it's been half of my life I've been exhausted. What's going on? How can I fix this? So sometimes these answers are really hidden under so much self-analysis. And in order to uncover what is really lingering there, you must look into it carefully, look into yourself, your body. I used to go oh, tomorrow I'll think about that, I'll fix it, I'll put it in my schedule, blah blah blah, and it never happened. So I went on for decades without changing these things that I knew existed, but somewhere in the back of my head, and I thought that's not a problem. This change, of course, can be drastic, each and every one of them. I'm not talking about this approach. I did one thing and it changed my life or whatever. No, I'm talking about a deep, thorough analysis of every single part of your life, of your mind, of your body, and your attitude towards this all. Sometimes it involves a complete revamp of certain things. This can involve your entire schedule, your intake of caffeine, I don't know, your diet, your hormonal balance, your sleep schedule, physical activities, blood tests, diagnosis, and even surgeries. I'd say don't try it all at once, because it can be really overwhelming, And if you want good results, you have to concentrate on every single change you want to make. So maybe pick 1 to 2 things at a time. Concentrate on those and do them diligently. Allocate a significant amount of time for each process. Be present there, because it's your life, it's your body, your health. Do a research on what you're getting yourself into, because that's the only way to be really conscious about your health, unless you are a doctor or a nurse and you know these things. Most of us don't know that much. Well, at least I as an artist, I don't know that much about health and just the medical industry and stuff. So I had to read certain literature and a bunch of articles and read, I don't know, people's reviews from experience and things like that. But that's the only way to really be conscious and have energy for all the projects and tasks you want to do in order to have a full and interesting life. So be smart, be responsible, don't neglect yourself. It's gonna be only for the better at your job, in your family, for your projects, if you are self-employed, if you are an entrepreneur, for your, I don't know, research, if you are a researcher, for whatever you are doing, it's going to mean that you will have a bigger capacity to complete all the tasks and to spend quality time with the ones you love. It's really worth it because you'll enjoy your life much more. Hit thumbs up if this was thought-provoking, and I hope that you will just make a list of all the things that you want to fix, and you will go ahead and process each and every one of them, and that's gonna help you improve the quality of your own living and the state of your well-being. I wish you all the best in it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!